Here I am, a tramp shining, a brand new clown.
So, the Council of 12 come through, and they come through with up-to-date messages. They have the ability to tune right in to you, to your very soul, to give you your past life experience and maybe tell you what you're doing in this life and what lessons, experiences that we've all brought in this life on purpose for all of us to understand. My experience is to stand up and speak because I came in with a speech impediment. I came in with dashing good looks and a sense of humour anyway, but uncoupled on the back of that was a truckload of speech impediment. But you think, why have I had a speech impediment? And they told me it's a past life where you didn't use your voice. But the life before that, because you were travelling around the Middle East telling the truth, and people didn't like you, they used to behead you, cut your tongue out, draw and quarter you, do heinous crimes against you. But when you learnt about that, Dennis, in the next life after, or lives after, you didn't speak because you're scared of the same thing happening. So in the last life, you didn't really speak, so now you should have spoke. So this life, it's a little bit harder because you still should have spoke then. So now you're going to have to deal with the speech impediment as well because this is your hesitance in coming out. And as soon as I understood that, I knew what it was all about. And hence, I put that baby to bed last year. I went to the Middle East. The Middle East is where I had my tongue clipped out a few times, where this experience was. Where I had to go there, I had to go into the Middle East and face what was happening in different organisations and with the police and authorities, which I can't go into here. It's like I found my voice. I wouldn't be shut up. So I had to go through that of having a speech impediment to understand what it was all about. And I thought it was my parents. It wasn't that. I signed a contract with my parents, like you've done with yours. You signed a contract with them to come in this earth to give you an experience. You've chose this experience. You chose your bodies. You chose the colour of the skin. You chose your sex. You chose your personality. And looking at your bodies, you should have chose better. But there's a nutritionist here who can help you with it. So, right. And that's them, not me, honest. Don't shoot the messenger. No, it's me, actually. But you know me now, don't you? You know what I'm like, So, you've chose, and you've always chose wisely, be honest with you, right? Because the soul's fantastic inside. Okay, the outside's a bit iffy. I mean, look at me, I'm not perfect. Nearly there. But we have to have a comparison, right? And the comparison is like somebody gets up and does a great speech when someone can't talk. Someone gets up and cooks a fantastic meal when somebody can't cook at all. Somebody gets up and does something which is fantastic. You think, right, I will assent to that. I will respond to that. So the kind of human race pushes your buttons slightly. And part of the human race, once you understand your true originality, where you're from, well, let me just tell you, for the ones who don't know, and I suppose you do know because you look intelligent here, is that you weren't born here. You're not from this place. You're born somewhere else. In fact, you've always been born, but in a different vibration. It matters where you are now. It matters what you realise, that all your intelligence does not die. It goes on. What you learnt in this life, you will pull back on. You will learn. You will go back. It's like having a big CD. You plug back. You think, oh, I did that, and that, and in a past life, I could learn from that. So when you know now, just imagine now, that you're from a different planet, you're from a different universe, a different solar system, and you've chose to come onto Earth to have parents, whatever your parents have been through, whatever you've been through in your personal life, you've chose all this to a point. You can either enhance it, or you can walk away from it by the level of your thoughts. Now you might think you've not chose your thoughts when you're in spirit, you've not chose them at all. But you choose your thoughts now, how you react to somebody's, way of life, to someone, how they're talking to you. We've been kept in the dark about our bodies. We're kept in the dark about what is out there spiritually. It does exist. There is the dark side and there is the light side. And sooner they do, then when they come together, that border of black and white, things happen. But if you don't believe in the black and white, that's fine, but it does exist. So sometimes you have to go into the black to understand there is white. You have to feel love to understand you're not being loved. So you have to understand not to what it's like not to be loved, to appreciate love and affection. And then lap it up like a cat, because it only comes now and again. Because we think it only comes now and again. We think we're not worthy of it. And we are worthy of it, all of us. So once we have that God realization of who we are and where we're from, our whole outlook on life changes. We realize we can't be put into boxes like people put into boxes. Like relationships, they put us into boxes. They won't give us time to grow. They want us to be what they want us to be. And I'm sure you understand, you know. So once we understand this and we have a realization about ourselves, we change tremendously. And once we change tremendously, our partners sometimes, if we're lucky to have partners, can't change. They don't want to change. You know what I mean? It's like, they're like, don't know what's going on. So do you walk away from them or do you stay with them? All this is about self-realization. It's how you realize, how you value yourself, basically. And how you value yourself is very, very important in this day and age. Like America's starting to value itself now. They're dragging the swamp. They've got a new president. Brexit now. Brexit, I should say. Right? People are trying to keep us in. I am of no opinion. But to me, I know it's perfect on a wider scale for us to go out, because it's a great opportunity for us to grow, and to not have a European government tell us what to do, because they're only looking after themselves. We have to look after ourselves. Spiritually, this is what we're here for. You've chose to be here at this time to wake up or to be already awoken. And if you're already woken, then it's like saying, how can I enhance my life? And once I've enhanced my life, which means loving yourself, how can I love other people? Because you can't love other people until you love yourself. You can't. It's just... And the reason why I know that, because I was floored one day, sat in meditation, and Ben Joseph, which is Jesus Christ, turns up in my head. He said, I want to talk to you about unconditional love. And I went, okay. Humbled that somebody in that stature would come. And he explained after that, don't be humble, because it's just part of our progression. What he can do that I am, he said, you're already doing it. But it's your job to teach other people now. So, gone. They just wiped me. When I'm wiped, it means that's come to an end, which is quite good. Where was I on that? Where was I before? Give me a clue what I said before. No, thank you. You said right now. Unconditional love, you've got to start again. You cannot love anyone else until you love yourself. You've got to give to yourself. And when JC arrived and told me that, I was a little bit like, what's going on here? He said, but it's poppycock. Unconditional love, you don't give it out to anybody else if you don't love yourself. Then you've got the power to do it. Do you understand? And I know it's hitting you all where it should be. And that's why they made me stop and start again, to give you the understanding, to digest the words of what is happening. You have to look after yourself in every way, ladies and gents. There's gents here, but you can't see them. So it's like, you have to love yourself. No one's going to do it for you. And then if it doesn't work out, a relationship or a friendship or a business, you don't beat yourself up about it. Because what you've got is that divine love. That's what we are. Do you think God doesn't love himself? Now that's a really big question, isn't it? So let's just bypass that straight away. But what is God? What is it? Look at the word. G-O-D. All right. G, guidance. O, on, D, demand. So guidance on demand. So you are God, I'm God. When I say walk down the street, say, hi, I'm God. What? move away from him. You know, I am God. It's that God man again. You're God. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Don't argue. Do you love yourself? No, that's why you're not God. You know, so in other words, you have to have a conversation with them. And once you realise that you've got guidance on demand, it will tell you where to go. Where did that come from? Trust in your intuition. Trust your intuition. Whatever I say, if it feels right with you, take it on board. If it doesn't feel right, dismiss it, kick it to the curb. Because all I'm asking you to do, all they're asking you to do is trust yourself and love yourself. If you don't trust yourself, love yourself, nobody else will. They're saying it took them years and years and years of practice on here. Right? They got ridiculed. Some got crucified. Thank you very much. He made a right mess of that, didn't he? You know, but he's got a sense of humour. Because 3 days later, he was resurrected. You know. He doesn't mind. Because we're all being crucified. Right? Now, the workshop today was wake up and fight back and go within and drag what you've in to go without. Right? So I'm saying to you that you love. So I'm saying inside you, you're just a ball of love. You're a fur ball of beautiful love. It's about time you remembered it, loved it, cuddled it, caressed it, made love to it. Whatever floats your boat, but recognise it. Once you recognise that within yourself, you recognise it in somebody else. And if that somebody else doesn't give it you back, you're not depleted. You're not depleted. You're like a light which is always furnished by a bigger flame. Always furnished by a bigger flame. Right. So, what are you scared of here? Is there anything that you're scared of? Or scared of doing, or forming an opinion of, or saying something to somebody? This is the question and answer time. Let's get the energy going. Is there anything that you want help with? It's all about you. About you. This way, on just goes really quiet sometimes. There's life, Jim, but not as we know it. So that just gives you a little bit of a taste of what the Council 12 can do. But they can come in to any one of you and can just nicely tear you apart, but with love and affection. Then they put you back together with super glue, so nobody else can tear you apart. So when you rebuild yourself with the way you think, with the way you feel, you go through experiences, you think you're not going to go through that again, you're rebuilding yourself, you're rebuilding your thought pattern. And whatever you think about and whatever you feel about, if you think and feel the same, you feel happy and think happy. It's like the holistic bridge. It cannot be broke down. The holistic bridge is fantastic. But when you think something, you kind of have a mantra in your mind and your brain. Thinking something doesn't make it change. You've got to feel it. Turn it round. If you feel you can do it, you do it. Feelings are everything. And what we've been told by our parents time and time again, who are not here, God bless the socks, you shouldn't be doing that, you shouldn't be doing that, you're not capable of doing that. So they're putting their thought patterns on us. How dare they? But we know now. My parents said to me, I'll be nothing but probably a toilet attendant. That's what my dad said to me. Because I had a stutter. Because I was dyslexic. Can't even say that word now, but you know. Boy, it doesn't matter because that was my contract to come in and to step through. I wasn't brought up in the education. I was kind of brought up spiritually all the time. Didn't know that. Until I go back and things started happening, thinking, wow, I'm not supposed to go down that way. So I didn't go down that way. But it took me a long time for me to stand in my power and say, enough's enough. And a lot of spiritual people, you may not believe this, but they're the ones who might take you down because they can't reach your level. And if they can't reach your level, what they try to do is bring you down to their level. But always be aware of spiritual people, right? Just leave them where they are. If it doesn't agree with you, walk away from them and wish them well. And whatever I say to you here, what they bring through for me to colour with my words, and they show me pictures, say, right, now, describe that picture. And they give me direct words, like that kind lady there. They give me directness. You know why that is? Because I sit in meditation nearly every day. Last week I've not done it once because terrible cold, and you shouldn't sit in meditation when you're cold. So, and I know through practice, and through going out there, and through being like Arthur Ains, who can remember Arthur Ains, up to his neck in muck and bullets, fighting for his king and country. Right, I've took the bullets. I've got the battle scars. And you've all got yours. So what do you do with them? Every morning you get out of the skin that you've gone to sleep with, your astral body, you get out of that and you put your new physical body on. Don't carry those scars around with you. A new day. Got a partner by next to you. Give them a look, give them a squeeze. You've got a dog, take them out for a walk. But enjoy life. Because if you don't, somebody's going to come and take it off you. Say, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. They put in their will on us. You can see it through all different countries now. They're infiltrating England with different religions because they don't like us. And we allow it to happen. So wake up, fight back, take your life back is waking up to what's going on. It's saying we're not supposed to, we've elected a government, right? We do not take their rule of thumb all the time and say, no, it's not what we want. But we have to start with ourselves and with our closest friends say, no, you can't put that on me. So you clean your own backyard up. So you clean your own backyard up by what you think and what you feel. You look at that first and foremost. You put those who will give you problems, who you feel obliged to keep serving in any way, shape or form, you put them in a place and say, no, to me, listening, to me, my time. You listen as well? And you? I don't know the rest of you. My time. When you say my time, you're saying, stay in here, you're planting your feet, and it's it. That's it. Get your paddy up, get your dandy up. And I say, that's enough. Because they don't expect it. And if you don't do it, you're not giving them a realisation that they shouldn't be doing it in the first place. The people who smacked me down in spiritual truth said, you're not allowed to do that. Poppycock, I've done it. You can't take it back. Upstairs has put me into the spiritual organisations, best in the world, to upset them. And they've kicked me out. But they learnt the message, what I went there to do. They've changed the whole situation. Because upstairs put me in there. If I was scared, I'd be no good. Upstairs doesn't want a messenger that's scared. He wants you to realise how powerful you are, how positive you are, how bloody brilliant you are. Soul-wise. The outside's a bit iffy, but you've got to be reborn again. Doesn't matter, does it? Another joke, you missed it. Come on, you're so slow. But life is for living. But life is for spiritual advancement. And every time you say, I can't do it, you're putting a nail in your coffin. Or, I can't, I'm not sure. What about? You're stagnant, you're going backwards. So when you say, yeah, I am going to look at that, and if it serves me well, I'll move forward with it. Doesn't serve me well, then kick it to the curb. Bang, gone. This has not gone the way I thought. In fact, I was going to do it because I thought, because it's been, I just thought the energy wasn't going to be good enough to do a workshop. But I'm glad I did it in a way because it's totally different way I was thinking. But in a way, you've helped me to stretch my ability. You've helped me to just go cold into that gorgeous lady there. Upstairs has come through. They never, ever leave you out there. Never. Years ago, they used to call me Mr. Philosopher. I said, why are you calling me Mr. Philosopher? We like coming to listen to your talk. I said, why? Because you talk about such a lot of things. And the clairvoyance or the mediumship is only second best because it's just giving messages. But when you give philosophy, when you give inspiration to people, you take it with you. You take it with you. And it changes you. And if you can change yourself, other people are going to look at you and thinking, what's going on with her? And they're going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, what's going on? But you don't tell them you've just been speaking to an angel with white hair, silver hair. You don't tell them that. You smile and you say, oh, I just feel so good. Don't tell them, you keep it to yourself. But if you tell them, They're going to try and knock you down. So if they want to know, you say, well, I'm just feeling happy, I believe in myself, and I'm changing the way I think and I feel. Because if you give them a chance, what they try to do is put you back in the box again, don't they? They're Jack in the box. Dennis the Menace. Well, I'm not a menace. I'm an angel with the menace tendency, which is fantastic, isn't it, Anne? Thank you very much. So we have we have these human things, haven't we? So it's like having a grip on life and saying, this is my country. You cannot bring your religious beliefs into my country because I'm not having it. But sometimes we do forget about other people's country. We say to our own heart, you can't put in onto my heart, right? So in other words, look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is trying to control all of us. Now take the bigger picture into us, right? And what it's trying to control us, isn't it? It's trying to control the way we think, the way we react, the way we react to people, the way we feel about ourselves. Not what's to happen. Wake up time is here. So it is actually wake up, fight back, and take your life back. And I was watching TV and it just came to me. And I'm like, wow, that's good, that. So I tried to change it and they said, no, don't change it. It is as it is. Wake up, fight back, take your life back. Right, who wants to ask some questions?
Here I am, a tramp shining, a brand new cloud.
I've got to tailor what I say to them or what I ask them, and they've got to tailor what they bring through to me, because as I'm standing here now, I'm a white light. And there is things that in the universe that are attracted to a white light. So I've got to filters. So sometimes I filter such a fine dimension that meant a lot. I filtered the whiskey out twice. And they said, give her the whiskey, stop filtering it out. That's where you got the whiskey. But they're young ones up in spirit, either stillborn or aborted. It makes no difference. It was right. Whatever the situation, it was right to be. There's no right or wrong. If you're aborted or if it's a stillborn, it's a sole choice. They don't want to come in and do the full 9 months. They don't. Maybe they only want to come down and do 6 months, or they want to be a stillbirth. Maybe they come back as a second soul, and a different child after. You've chose the contract. You signed it. You signed it with your husband to help them to produce that soul within your body, that spirit. So you're harnessing spiritual wisdom of that soul, allowing it to come into your body to give an experience. Congratulations. Don't ever doubt yourself. Never. Anything else? It's 3:30 already. Wow. Anything else, ladies?
This time we almost made the pieces fit. Didn't we, girl? This time we almost made.
I must say it's gone so quick. Gone really so quick. And I always said to upstairs, it's doesn't matter about the exhibition itself, but it matters about the workshop. Because if you can touch people, if they can change their life by being touched, or even attempt to touch, then I've done my job. And they pick very wisely. So I'm saying to you people, you've picked wisely being here because you've given the courage to let them through again. And you've also give yourself courage to understand that you're not just a human being. You're having an experience of a human being. And that experience of human being, you've got to be appreciated. You've got to be loved. But it has to come from yourself first and foremost. And the rest, tell them to twiddle off until you love yourself. And then they will just fall at your feet because they want to know, why have you changed? Why have you got... They won't even say that. People just like... They don't know they're being affected, but they want what you've got. So with that, I say good night, or good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Here I am, a tramp shining.